Hello, I hope you are all fabulous in isolation or wherever you may be. I hope you are well and I hope you are staying inspired. I have fabulous news following up on the little video that I posted last week. This week I actually brushed my hair. Oh my goodness. No, but I do have fabulous news. Our little butterfly project is going ahead. Yay! All stations go. So now I'm doing the call out. Now I'm going to do a little lesson for you. So the project, I'll give you a quick rundown, just a quick little briefing on what it's for. So it is for the Main Beach Flower Festival. This year we're doing a virtual festival. The pieces are going to be downsized, obviously, given the restrictions due to COVID, but they will still be magnificent. We still need you, the floral army and the creative army out there to help us make them. So the first piece that I have conceptualized is it is a large and interactive and immersive space. And I hear you say, "What, Julia? I cannot come out. I am in lockdown." Well, back it up. It is going to be a virtual and interactive design. So it will physically go onto the street at the end of June, which is like 6 weeks. Crazy. We have to get those butterflies made. But it will also be launched online. So no matter where you are in Australia or where you are in the world, you will be able to step inside of this piece. So it's going to be magnificent. The purpose of the piece is to inspire and connect us all in this time of isolation. I chose the butterfly because the butterfly's in his little cocoon and then he emerges, he comes out and he's magnificent. So I think he's representative of this time. But essentially, I think it's a way for us all to be connected through art, and it's also a way to inspire those who well, if they can't create, they can still come to the virtual flower show, but it will inspire many. My goal is 10,000 butterflies, 10,000 paper butterflies. So it doesn't matter where you are, just make these butterflies and send them to me, please. Or send them to us. So it's us, not me. So yes, it doesn't matter where you are. If you can just make butterflies and send them through, I will then take those little butterflies, I will put them into the installation, and then you can virtually step inside of the installation and find your little butterfly when it comes to the time of it being revealed, the whole piece. It will be magnificent. It will. I can guarantee you that this will inspire thousands of people. Every little butterfly that goes in there will make something magnificent in the end that will inspire and will that bring us all together, even though we are all separated at this time. So that's it. It doesn't matter. So we'll get to the arts. I'm so distracted because I'm so excited. But we'll get to the arts bit. So with the butterflies, again, another reason I chose the butterflies is so that you can flat lay and post your butterflies. The color is key in these butterflies. So it doesn't matter how simple the design is. We just want brilliant color. Color is going to bring the happiness, okay? Color is going to be like, imagine we're taking cans of paint, we're just splashing them all over this canvas. That's what your butterflies are. So if you want to make one fantastic rainbow-filled little butterfly and post him through, then you make that little guy. If you want to make 1,000 little pre-cut, simple, plain color butterflies, then you make them and you post them. If you would like to make 3-dimensional butterflies and send them, and we can pop them up when they get here, or you could box butterflies and send them in a box, whatever your heart desires. Also, another way of making the piece interactive is if you have a design that you love, no matter how simple or how complicated, if you want to take a photo of that design and send it to me, like before you post it, then do that and I will post it on my Facebook. We'll start a special little album and we'll post it on the Facebook, and then other people can copy and replicate your design. So if you want to send a photo of yourself, or even if like with the design, then I will hold the little photo up and I will give you full kudos for your little butterfly, whatever you like. Okay, so today I'm going to show you what's going to happen. So I've got this simple little cork board. I think it cost me about $8, so simple. We can make something magic. I've taken a couple of little vines from my yard and just popped them, a few plants from that I have on the inside, just to give you an idea of where we're going. On the weekend, I sat there and I watched my Netflix and I made all of these little butterflies. These are really cute, simple, sweet butterflies, and I want to show you how effective that they can be, and I'm going to give you a wee lesson on these too. So on the weekend I bought this, sorry about my back there, I bought this pad. See this little pad? It cost me $3.50. So I bought this little pad, and out of that one little pad I made 2 jars full of butterflies, or 2 bowls full of butterflies. Yes, and I only used half of the pad, so that was $3.50, and I probably got about 50 to 70 butterflies. Basically, all I did, and back, all I did was I cut little templates. This is it. Lots of little templates of butterflies. And then after I cut all the little templates, so 2 seconds, I have my little pad. I will show you. I just took a collection of the paper. So you don't want to cut one at a time, trust me. I did that. Well, you might want to cut one at a time. It depends on how particular you are. So initially I was cutting one at a time, and that was great. But then my hands started getting a little bit sore. So then I started doing, so I've got like about half a dozen pieces of paper. Depends on how sharp your scissors are and how strong your hands are. I just folded that little guy in half. Okay. And then you can actually draw like a little template on there for your butterfly. Let me see if I can grab a pen. I didn't get a pen. Da, da, da. Yes, because what I did a pre-cut butterfly and I popped him in there, and then I cut off those. So you can just draw a little butterfly on here. So he's got his little head. Where are we? Here we go. He's got his little head. And then he's got a wing, and then he's got another wing, and then he's got his little bottom. Can you see that? That's half a butterfly. And then I'll just cut around that. I need some cutting music, don't I? What does cutting music sound like? Da, 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 da. That's juggling music. But, okay, so just cut around him. Remember, this is very quick. On the weekend, when I was making my butterflies, I took a little bit more time than this. So I was a little bit more tempered with cutting it out. Oh, there we go. His little bottom and his little wing. And there we go. There's our little template. And ha-ha! Isn't he gorgeous? Okay, so what I did when I cut mine out, I just cut them out like that, and they were a little bit raggedy, a little bit weird. And then I went back and I just, after I'd sort of chopped around, then I just sort of gave them a little, you know, a little neat trim on some of the edges, because I found that was easier for me to do, and that's for me, and this is art, so everyone will find something that is easier for them to do. So that worked for me, going back and trimming that. Then now that I've got him, that first initial template, in my next one that I create, so I take the half a dozen sheets of paper, I fold them in half, as such. Then I take my little template butterfly and I set him on the outside. And then I cut around him. And that way I ended up with butterflies in every colour in that one size. The next thing I did, so I ended up with butterflies that were smaller, is I cut the top of my piece of paper off. So now I have less material that I'm working with. So it only makes sense that my butterfly is going to be smaller. Okay. So again, oh, I've got a red texture and a red piece of paper. Here we go. Can you see that? He's got his little head, he's got his little wing and his bottom wing and his little bottom. Oh, he might go that way. His little head and his little bottom and his wings. He's a very peculiar butterfly, this one. Okay, and then I just cut around that template again. What did we have? We had the cutting music. And we realized that was not cutting music. Okay. And then I just chop him. Yeah. And then, as I said, there's my little template, my little butterfly. I'll just go back because that's what works for me. And I'll round him off. And I'll round his little wings off. And his little head. And here we go. Where are we? La 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 la. Butterfly. Okay, so now we have two different sized butterflies. We have our first little guy. And then we have this little guy. Which is fantastic. And then, so forth and so on. So you keep going down in your piece of paper, so then you can cut your piece of paper in half and then make little smaller butterflies if you want. If you just want to make the one size, just make the one size. So I did this. And then with those pieces of paper that I actually cut off, because I didn't want to waste them all, I thought that's such a waste, I did little centers for butterflies. So I'm going to show you what I did on the weekend. And this didn't take me too long. So I have all my initial little butterflies, just your simple little butterflies. This one here, I took the center. I took that piece of paper and I cut them. Where are we? Oh, here. So I just cut them into these. So then I just cut them into like little, what does that look like? A little grub shape, as you do. And then, so we've got our little purple butterfly we made, and I just stuck it in the center. And the way that I did that was just with some simple, like plaid paste. Just some simple, like pasty paste. Nothing too fancy. And I just popped it in there. That way we're using all of our paper. We've got our little butterfly. It's got a bit of gunk there. And then I just laid them out to dry. So that way I'm using all of my paper. And then I thought, wow, that is awesome. And then my butterflies were just laying on the table, like all on top of each other. And they looked brilliant, as they are. Thank you very much. But I thought I could take this even one more step. So I laid one butterfly on top of another butterfly and I pasted the center on him. So it's just the same steps. So you take your one butterfly, yoink, paste on him, drop your second butterfly on top, paste on him, and then you grab his little belly. Oh, I made this belly too. Look, he's got a little head. And then you paste that on top. Look. So that's from our little template that we made. So we've got like a little butterfly. with a little belly made from our scraps. And I will show you, I just extended. So we've got these little guys that I made in all different colors with all different like colored bellies, and I extended on those. So I have like your single flats, which is just your one layer butterfly with your belly. Then I did this guy, which is your 2-layer with your belly. Oh, he's upside down. He was flying downhill. And I found if you give him a little bit of a bend, so you get a bit of movement to the design. And then I got really fancy and I actually pasted, look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4 butterflies on top of each other. So I had all my butterflies cut out in all different sizes, and then I just dropped a bit of paste, and I'll give you one example, okay? So here we go. Where is our butterfly? Oh, so you got your little guy, a little bit of paste, drop him on, and then a little bit of paste, and you take a smaller one and you put that on top. Straighten him up a little bit. There we go. So now he's got 3 dimensions. Isn't he cool? And so I did that and I repeated it. So I kept, I've got your little, and doubles. These are doubles, the little bellies. I've got your triples and your 4 butterflies. And then I just left some plain and simple, only 1 layer, because I think they will do the job. So they're just like little 1-layer cut out butterflies. As I said, you can make your butterfly as fancy. If you want to take a piece of paper and draw a butterfly on it and paint that butterfly like a rainbow and then cut him out, then you do that, because he will be awesome. If you want to make like an origami butterfly with some like big curves and movement happening, then please do that, because that will be awesome too. I did make a few other butterflies. So this was, I had like a scrap piece of card left over. This was from our old card that I hadn't used, and I just pasted him in. I used the same concept. This one here, I did like a little bit of folding, and I had some old pipe cleaners. So I gave him like a little antennae. Where is he? There he is. He's got a little antenna. And this is just from some folded paper. And then, oh, I did this one. It was the same. It was just from an old card, but I made him like a little bit of a different shape. So I was thinking he's quite plain. See, upside down. And then I was going to paste him in the center, because I thought he gave him a little bit more of a pattern. So whatever makes your little heart happy, and I'm now going to make this piece and pop it up after, and you can see how something so simple can look magnificent in the end. Okay. So here we are on the other side. Here are our little butterflies in action, doing their thing. And they are just the simple little designs that I made. And look how fantastic that looks. It's art, it's happy, it's joy. So can you imagine walking into a room that was filled with little butterflies like this? Just, you know, that would be magnificent. So this piece is going to be a virtual piece that people can walk into from anywhere in the world. They can walk inside of this piece that we are creating together, and it will also be a physical piece. So I will now do a close-up, and then you can have a look at this. I'm so excited to see what you come up with. Bye.